What's up, everybody? Welcome to Real.Raw.Uncut. This is episode 24, bro. Such a long road, long journey.
Yeah.
But I had to bring my guy back. How you been, bro?
I've been good. I've been real good.
Yeah?
Yeah, a
That's
lot
what's up,
better.
man. Dude, last time you were on here, I want to say we're talking about relationship advice, if I'm not mistaken.
Unfortunately. Yeah,
So
that was
how's the love life been?
inexistent.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't really have time because I'm moving to the military soon, and I don't want to make any commitments that I can't keep or I can't kind of follow through with.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it's really
Gotcha.
just been kind of focusing on myself.
No one-nighters?
Actually, no.
Really?
No, yeah, yeah. I want to say like there's a few times like
You
almost.
trying to practice semen retention or something?
I'm going celibate,
Yeah, I
It's
feel
mental
you.
strength.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, no, there's maybe a couple times. Might have been a one night stand. One with like this like 40-year-old girl.
No shit.
Yeah, but it just I don't know, it kind of never fell through. Like
Okay.
it always fell through. It never kind of just went through with it.
Gotcha. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
Nah,
I'm a little frustrated. Got to say.
yeah. Nah, I feel you, but dude, that's one of my dreams. Like on my bucket list is to smash me a MILF, bro. So like anywhere from 40 and up, bro, is like definitely like my shit right there. 40 and up.
This bar I work at. Like most of the clientele is like 30 and up, 40 and up, like older
Okay.
people.
Yeah.
There's some housewives that come in there, and they are just wanting somebody to come take
Some
them down.
young cat.
Something. Yeah. It's
You're gonna have to
quite funny actually.
slide me over the details on that restaurant, the times and shit. Nah, I'm busting.
Come through. One of them might be
Yeah.
a little drunk.
For real. Nah, that's what's up though, man. I heard you mention the military. I know you're leaving pretty soon. So how's the training been?
Real good. It's been real rigorous this past 2 months. I purposely made it so.
Okay.
Now I'm kind of like I just finished a program I've been doing to get myself ready for it. And so this week and this next like 2 weeks be following up. I'm kind of relaxing off of it.
Gotcha.
And so I'm gonna be more focused on just getting my conditioning to where like it's already there, but my conditioning better.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of just playing a little bit more basketball and kind of doing like boxing, shadow boxing, stuff like that.
Gotcha. What would you say is more difficult when it comes to the preparation to get into the military? Just for anyone watching that's ever curious, like, do you think it's more of a mental battle or a physical battle? Or it just depends on where you're at in that state of mind?
I think it depends on where you're at.
Okay.
For me, it was I am no like you know me, like I work out a lot.
Yeah.
I think the physical part was a little easier for me.
Gotcha.
It was more like the training in the water, the swimming, treading water,
Yeah.
like buddy breathing, stuff like that. That was the more difficult for me to get. And like mentally, I was already there.
Gotcha.
Like I'm not saying there aren't struggles I come up to. Like there aren't things that are gonna be challenging me. But mentally, I've kind of already been prepared for a while now.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And I like that you're doing it at the age you're doing it because I know a lot of people do it coming out of high school and
Yeah,
shit. You know what I'm saying?
I actually think that's why I guess mentally I'm more prepared.
Because you're older.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Nah, I like that you're doing it at this age because it just shows anyone watching, like, bro, you can be like mid-20s and shit, like late 20s, and you can still go after something that you truly, are interested in or you desire and
absolutely.
shit. You know what I'm saying? You just got to put in the work, the blood, sweat, and tears, and anything's possible.
Yeah.
It's never too late is what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, no, never.
So-
And I know I've even talked to people who even like were saying like they decided against the military because they didn't go right out of high school and they felt like it was already too late and they didn't want to waste any more time doing the military. They'd be stuck there for like 3-4 years or
Gotcha.
6 years. Yeah, but I feel like this is gonna help me kind of get to somewhere where I want to be.
Yeah.
It's gonna help me kind of go to another level that I want to get to.
What's your goal within the military? Like, I know there's certain people that go in and their goal is just to get a certain degree, and I don't know, let's just say like as a doctor or whatever the case may be.
Dr. Watson has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, there you go. No, but everyone has, I guess, different goals. There's some people that want to shoot up for fucking like a major or something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they want to be as big as
Colonel
like
or some shit,
yeah.
Lieutenant Colonel, something like that.
So what would be like a goal that you have in mind that is towards the military?
So for me, it depends. And it
Gotcha.
really depends on my MOS. So the MOS I'm trying to do right now is pararescue. So that's
Okay.
one of the special warfare branches out of the Air Force. If I do that and I become an operator, I want to continue that. And I don't know if I'll do another enlistment. It depends on how I like it, you know. But that's just something like, as David Goggins, this guy I listen to, he explained it as like a guardian angel with fangs. So
Gotcha.
that's kind of like what I see. Like I'd be a badass motherfucker, but then at the same time, like I know it'll help me finish school, so I could use that, like have all the knowledge I get from being an operator, and either go and train kids, either go in some kind of like a uh, administrative like standpoint to where I'm like
Yeah.
overseeing a program. So I can do a lot of things with it. Now, if worst comes to worst, or God's will is how it is, I don't become an operator. I'd like to do intelligence, and then if intelligence, I've thought about it. I could go into FBI, CIA afterwards, and something I've actually wanted to do ever since I was a kid was be a profiler.
Okay.
Like Criminal Minds.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's dope. That's
I'd
dope.
I'd
No,
love to
that
do
is
that.
hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking see Tyler Watson on CSI Houston.
Right? CSI Houston, first 48, some shit.
Yeah. Nah, that's fucking funny. Nah, shit.
I know you're imagining it right now.
Yeah, I really was. I ain't gonna lie. That shit's funny. Nah, but what I was gonna ask is how do you feel with all the shit going on circulating? What's that country, bro? With all like, I know Biden's trying to attack. Isn't it Russia? Or am I tripping?
Quite honestly,
With Putin or whatever his
oh, that's
name.
Russia. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, it.
because they're telling everyone, man, y'all better get ready to get shipped out. I'm like, man, fuck that.
So, no, I'm Air Force again. And of
Okay.
course, in the pararescue, I will be around a lot of combat, if anything.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just gonna be a soldier. Like
Yeah.
whatever's going on in the world, although it does affect me, it doesn't necessarily concern me, like because I can't control it. So
Correct.
I'm just wherever they send me, wherever I go, wherever I get stationed. That's just what I gotta deal with.
That doesn't put like, I guess it doesn't instill like any kind of fear in you.
No.
So you're like pretty much like, in a sense, like ready for whatever comes with the military then.
Yeah, yeah, and I haven't been in the military, so I don't know what it like all entails.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you go in the mindset of, oh well, if I go into this situation, this might happen, and what's the whole point of joining?
Yeah.
Like, if you're not prepared to give up your life already, then why'd you sign a contract saying that you would?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does. No, hell yeah. I like that, bro. I genuinely do.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm like not scared of death or like anything like that, but I'm willing to like put my
Yeah.
life on the line. I'm willing to sacrifice that. I'm willing to sacrifice myself to whatever it needs to be.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I've said that. Isn't it so funny? All the boys, I think we all feel the same, but it's funny because I've expressed that before. Like, I'm dead ass like not scared to die like at all. Like, if I were to die right now, I swear my soul and my spirit, I feel like I'm at peace because I feel like I've done enough. Even though it sounds crazy because I'm only 24, so
No,
but I
that's
feel
not
like
crazy.
I've done so much in this my time on this earth already that I'd be okay knowing that I were to pass away, whether it's a fucked up death or just accidental or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Like, I'm okay with it. Like, I'm not scared to die. And like, I've been in situations where like I could have died, and I probably like antagonized it to get it closer to me, like really
Yeah.
like losing my life. But I mean, it's
That's-
just because of the fact that I'm just really not. That doesn't scare me.
Yeah.
So
Well, no, I think I mean you just said it just now, but I think a lot of people fear death is because they have regrets. Like they could have done more,
Yeah.
or they're not happy with how their life went, so they want to do whatever they can to change it. They want
For
another
sure.
shot to like live the life they wanted. But I think you already live your life.
Yeah.
Like you live your life with the idea that you're only living once.
For
That
sure.
you're not gonna have a reset on this.
yeah, shout out Drake and Lil Wayne. YOLO.
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 Every day.
Hey, now, but all that though, like what you're saying is very true though. A lot of people do live with a lot of regrets because they don't
Yeah,
do
of
this
course.
or that. But I guess that leads us pretty much into today's topic, which a lot of people that do have those, regrets and shit is because most of the time they weren't willing to make certain sacrifices.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know what I'm saying? And
Until it's too late, then they finally realize that if they
yeah,
might have made a sacrifice before, that their life could have been a little different. That situation would have been different.
exactly, bro. And I think to get to where anyone wants to get to in life, because everyone's goals, ambitions is all very different.
Yeah.
But to get to where you want to get to, I mean, there's a lot of key things to it. But for sure, one of them is sacrifices. Like, you have to sacrifice,
In anything you do,
yeah, pretty much in
every
anything.
aspect of your life.
You have to, bro, to get to a certain spot. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And a lot of people aren't willing to make a lot of these sacrifices.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what withholds them from moving forward in life or progressing in the way that they want to.
Or even like the wrong sacrifice. And what I mean by that is like, so say like I'm a server. I've been a server
Okay.
for a while, and so I work out a lot. So I serve, let's say, in one day. I sleep, let's say, 7 hours. So that takes 7 hours out. Now you're at, what is that? 17 hours left in the
Hmm.
day. Workout, let's say that's 2 hours or 3 hours, just to say max. So now you're at 14 hours. So then say, all right, with the rest of my day, I'm gonna work. So that's 8, 9 hours. Sometimes in me, like I work 12.
Yeah.
So take 12, or let's say just 10 hours. Just 10 hours out the day. So now you're left with 4 hours. So you have 4 hours of extra like stuff you can do. You can either go hang out with friends. You can either get some more sleep. You could read. You could like do so many different things in your life that you want to do, and kind of not in your day, not in your life, but you can
Yeah.
do so many other things in your day to help advance yourself daily, little by little, every day.
For sure.
But some people don't do that. Some people say, you know what, fuck sleep. No, I'm gonna sleep 2 hours, and I'm gonna spend the rest of my time just doing bullshit, playing
Yeah.
games. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends a little more. I'm gonna go party a little more, or you know what? I'm just gonna sit down and binge watch this TV for 10 hours a day.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nah, it's all about sacrifices, dog. And
Yeah.
and to put in perspective for anyone like in our age group right now, right? I'll give a good one. There's a lot of times Damien doesn't go out with us,
A
right?
lot.
A lot.
It's a little frustrating.
It is at times. It is. So like, there's times where we go out. We all go out, whether it's to a club, a bar, whatever,
Hmm.
to have a good time. There's times Damien decides to stay back because he rather use those hours instead of staying up till 1, 2, 3 in the morning drinking and wasting money. He rather be at home, and he knows he's gonna still be up at that time, but still using that time in more of a
Productively.
productive way
Yeah.
and getting ready for his next day, whether it's like cleaning up his room, planning, like literally writing out his rest of the week, like what he's gonna do, you
Yeah.
know activities, like everything, bro. He rather sacrifice that time to do productive shit, and people aren't willing to make those sacrifices. They rather say, you know what, fuck it, I'll go out. I
Yeah.
haven't been out
Exactly.
in a while, or oh, I can't say no to my friends. Like, I want to go out and drink.
Yeah.
Like, they're opposed to doing all that shit, and it's crazy because little do people know that those little small sacrifices of, you know what, let me say no this time and let me use these hours for myself.
Yeah.
Those small sacrifices in life, and let's just say it's not even going out. Let's just say a friend invites you to a brunch or to a dinner or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. It's not even just going out. It's just something small.
Yeah, it's something small, but it's okay to say no in those times, to put your time and efforts into something else. And that's really what's going to get people, once they, click and start practicing applying that, when they're really going to progress in their life,
Yeah.
because
Absolutely.
they're going to realize that those sacrifices right there, those are minor too.
Yeah. But
Like
they add up.
minor
They add up
sacrifices.
every day.
Exactly. And it's crazy, bro, because I feel like one of the major sacrifices I recently just made was they had me they put me in a position, right, at work, and it was okay, we're gonna make you the Houston Regional soon, but it's slow in Houston. It's either you let go of one of the guys here,
Okay.
or one of the guys go and travel, or You go travel.
Yeah, I was about to say they can give you that option.
So I was like, okay, I'm cool with all the guys here in Houston. So I sat them down. I was like, okay, what do you guys want to do? Are one of you guys willing to travel? All three of them said no.
Yeah.
They're all older than me, bro. They're like in their late 30s, early 40s. They got wife, kids, and shit.
Yeah, they ain't trying to go nowhere.
Exactly. They're not trying to relocate for a couple months. So I was like, okay, understood. And then, because the first option to me was off the table. I'm not going to fire one of these guys.
Yeah, like
Like,
you
it
said.
wasn't in me. Like, all they're good guys and shit, and they work hard. And out of all the cities in Texas that we're in, like, the guys here in Houston, in my eyes, in my opinion, not to be biased, like, well-rounded overall, probably the best guys.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, none of them want to travel. Cool. Let me make the sacrifice because one, I don't have a girlfriend, so I don't. It's not like I have someone to come home to during the week every day
Yeah.
like they do. They have their wives. I have my little girl, but I have her on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it,
You can make it work.
I can make it work. So I put myself in that position, which in the long run, it was a big sacrifice because I'm cutting time away from my daughter too because it was the first time ever in she's in second grade. Okay. So from pre-K, kindergarten, first, second grade, I've never missed not one event in her school.
Oh, and so now you happen to be in San Antonio, right?
I was in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I missed a few events and it sucked, bro. Like it broke my heart. Like it literally that week that she had 2 events that same week. If I was in Houston, I would have made it work to where I could have gone. But since I was out of town, it hurt, bro.
Yeah.
And
now so I know Priscilla. She's very smart. Like,
yeah,
she's very mature for her age.
For sure.
Was she very understanding, or did you see it kind of bothered her?
Nah, she was understanding. I would say at the beginning, it killed me, bro. The first like 2-3 weeks, her mom would call me every day because in the morning, Priscilla would be crying before school. At nighttime before bed, she'd be crying.
Yeah.
So it killed me, bro, because it's like, fuck, I'm out of town. I can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like normally in those situations, like when she misses me, her mom be like, hey, like you want me to drop her off to you? You want to come get her?
Yeah.
And I'll go. I'll make it work because I'm in Houston. When I'm out of town, I can't do that. So what I'm trying to get to is I made that sacrifice of leaving to keep my guys, job security. Yeah, I didn't want none of them to get fired.
Exactly, yeah.
And then 2, they had already threw it at me like that bait, like, hey, when you come back, you'll be the Houston Regional. So it's like, fuck, do I want to better myself in a position to where, for one, it comes with a pay raise, and 2, it bumps me up in the next step if I want to make this a career type job,
And you've been with him for a while, from what I understand.
Yeah, it's like 5 going on to 6 years.
Yeah.
And so whether I stay with this company or not, just given the fact that I have that title under my belt at 24 years old, bro, being a regional manager, like, it speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because even if you don't stay with a company for whatever reason, then your next employer, when they see that, they're going to be like, oh, wow, he's young, he's hungry, he's ambitious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, okay, and I sacrificed that, bro. I sacrificed my truck, like using my own personal truck, driving every Sunday night out there and driving back every Friday. So literally going to San Antonio back and forth, bro. Well, no, I ain't tripping about the gas because I got a company car that they pay for my gas.
Oh, they do? Okay.
But all the mileage that I was putting into my truck weekly, bro, for, almost 5 months. That's a big sacrifice within itself because my truck isn't like all brand new and shit. It's a little older cat, so
yeah.
I just beating it up more and more.
So, something I want to ask you then is, did you understand the value of that sacrifice that you did, from going to San Antonio and taking a little bit of time away from your daughter? Did you see that sacrifice before you made it, or was it while you were kind of like in the process of it? That's when it kind of like clicked to you and you're like, no, I understand why now I made this sacrifice.
I did it for 2 reasons. One was pure and one was selfish.
So what was the pure reason?
The pure reason was because I knew that my guys would have their job security.
Yeah.
So I thought about them before myself.
Okay.
I knew I'll still have my job security because I'll still be working. The selfish reason was because I knew that was kind of like my like green light of like almost getting that certainty of the Houston Regional because it was between me and 2 other guys. So all 3 of us were like right here. But given the fact that I made that sacrifice, it bumped me up.
You were willing to travel and you were willing to kind of work with the company.
Exactly. So I knew. So again, I was just hungrier for it.
Yeah.
Because if they were hungry for it as bad as I was, they would have made that same
So are these
sacrifice.
are they these other guys older? I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
I'm the
Okay.
youngest one out the whole company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of them is like twice, almost three times my age.
Oh damn.
So he was the one runner up with me, but he ended up actually quitting.
Sorry to hear that.
He is, but
Not really, but
nah, fuck him. Yeah, nah, I'm playing. Hey, shouts out. Nah, but nah, bro, and it's crazy because I knew it going in, like what I was sacrificing. Midway through, though, like a few months in, I will say, not that I regretted it, but it definitely did, like mentally become a battle for me
yeah,
daily.
of course.
And at that point, it was just me having to push through it till I finally came back to Houston. It took me actually speaking up to come back, but at the end of the day, the sacrifice was worth it, bro,
Yeah.
because it led me to, again, where I'm at right now within the company, and I'm in a good spot with them. So,
Well,
again,
yeah, and I don't want any like, because how we're talking about sacrifices and how we're
yeah,
talking about going about it, sounds easy. It sounds
it's
like it
not.
sounds just like a decision, but no, it's not. Like
It's not.
it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's not necessarily the physicality of it, but emotionally, mentally, like it's gonna sometimes like bother you. It's gonna like you have to push through it. You're gonna like doubt yourself. You're gonna want to quit. You're gonna want to, or you're gonna think I made the wrong decision.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're gonna constantly have those thoughts, and the whole point is like you got to understand why you made the sacrifice and what was the purpose of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
So
not easy. It's very difficult.
Damien breaks this down perfectly, and I love it because I never used to see it this way until he mentioned it. But let's just say you got two options, right?
Hmm.
In life, you got two options. You got option A, you got option B. You decide to say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go with option B." You go through with option B, and then you see like, "Oh fuck, it isn't what you thought it was." And you should never in life be like, "Fuck, I regret going with option B. I should have just went with option A." Because the thing is, in life, you're never gonna have the answers to both options. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
never.
You're never. So whichever one you go with, never feel like, oh, I regret doing this and that, because you're seeing it in the wrong perspective.
Yeah.
And life's about perspective. So see it in a perspective of what can you learn from that. You know what I'm saying? And even if you went with the option A, who's to say that would have been a better outcome than option B?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So again, just because you don't have the answers to both of them, you really won't know the outcome.
Well, in perspective wise, like you said, like you took option B, you realize that isn't what you want to do.
Yeah.
So like rather than saying regretting it, I learned from it. I'm gonna take take what I can from it, and then if I want to, if I'm able to go back to option A,
Yeah.
if not, then I'll do something else. I'll
For sure.
create new options.
No, for sure. And I love what you said, bro. Yeah, when we speak about sacrifices, bro, it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be literally something that you're gonna have to put your blood, sweat, and tears into it. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
there's multiple nights, and I'm like man enough to say shit. There's many nights when I was in San Antonio, bro, where I literally like broke down in tears, bro, in the hotel room, because I'm like, fuck, bro, like I miss my little girl, bro. Like though,
Yeah.
when I knew she was crying for me and shit, bro, that really like that got to me, bro, because I wish I could just be there for her. You know what I'm saying?
And like you said, like missing those events too. Like,
And then missing that week right
there.
there, bro, I didn't talk to like everyone at like, because people know me, bro. Like, if you once you get to like see me often, you know what kind of vibe I'm normally on. You
Yeah.
know, like you know what frequency level I'm on for the most part. So when you see me like low, like very serious, not talking, I got like a certain like kind of like mean mug on, you know I'm not having a good day.
Yeah.
Like, and you can tell it's a day and night difference. So even at work, bro, like the installers, they're like, "Hey, everything's good. Like, you all right?" I'm just like, I'm just going about my day. You know, I ain't even fucking with them. And it's not to be like a hoe towards them, but it's just like that's how I get when I'm not in the mood, bro. I don't even want to fucking talk to nobody. Like, I just want to go
physically
about.
you're there, but mentally you're not.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. So to me, it was a bunch of nights like that, bro, where I sat there or I laid there in the hotel room. It gets boring, bro. Day in and day out, coming home to nobody.
And
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're not from.
yeah,
in an
I got
area
no
you're not familiar
friends,
to.
no family. Excuse me, I got no one out there. Like, and the thing is, it's cool. People are like, "Oh, we'll just go out." Like, it's fun to have fun by yourself. It is to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Once you're there for months, like, bro, you really like. If you don't make no outside friends, and it's just like, oh, bro, it gets boring. Like,
Hella boring.
like, and I'm just wasting money on drinks for what? Like, I'm just, for one, I'm wasting like at least like 40, 50, $60 on some drinks, including tip and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just filling
Maybe a
my
couple
fucking
hours.
belly up with more beers and alcohol and just getting fatter. Bro, I gained so much weight when I was out there. No cap.
Just drinking?
Just eating out. I can't cook.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm forced to literally for breakfast, lunch, and dinner eat out.
Were you eating like good, or were you eating fast food?
At the beginning, I was trying to eat as good as possible, but there's just certain
Well,
times
so
like where,
when I mean good, like I mean like were you going to restaurants or were you just doing fast food?
oh no, restaurants, bro. They pay for my meals out there.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah,
Oh
restaurants,
shit. Hell yeah.
restaurants,
You gotta
bro.
eat nice on that
Yeah,
company dime.
I actually got in trouble because for 1 week straight, I went to Sawgrass. And
Did
the
you
thing,
really?
yeah, but the thing is, they thought I was taking people out with me, but I have no reason. That's just one thing with me, bro. I don't lie. Like, I'm a dead honest ass person. Like, even if the truth hurts you, like, I'm still gonna be honest with you.
It's good though.
I would buy, like, let's say, I would do when I was going to San Marcos. I went to San Marcos for 1 week straight, and I went and I got lunch, but I knew that I was gonna be hungry for dinner time. So I would order my food, eat it there, and then I get a to go plate for myself too. So like the total would always come out to like 40, $50 or some shit like that. Sometimes I'll throw dessert in there. Sometimes it'd be like a little bit more expensive.
Right.
And
Plus tip.
yeah, plus tip and shit. And I'm tipping good because it's not my fucking card. You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying? It's
yeah.
not my money, so I'm tipping
You get a
good.
little extra. So fuck it.
Yeah. So yeah, there was like a whole week I went out literally every day for that week, and I got in trouble. They're like, "Man, are you taking people out like this now?" I was like, "Nah." They're like, "Well, damn, I know you ain't eating all that food." I'm like, "No, dead ass. I'm not obviously not eating it in one." I had to tell them like, "No, I'm not eating it in one setting," but I told them
What you're doing.
what I was doing,
Yeah.
and they weren't mad at it because they kind of like, okay, like, oh, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, shit. Like I told him, I said,
gets
dude, I have
expensive.
no fucking food in the hotel room. Like, fuck, am I gonna do for dinner time? Like, just not eat anything? Like, fuck, I gotta eat something, dude.
Right.
But nah, yeah, bro, that was a fun time. But nonetheless, though, bro, out there in San Antonio, it was rough, bro. It's rough. Fuck San Antonio, though. Everyone out there is so goofy,
I'm gonna be there for a minute.
bro. No, people out there are very goofy. Like it's a different
Oh, it's a different vibe.
it's a different vibe, different environment.
Yeah.
People are a lot more hostile out there, and especially like if they know you're from Houston, bro. Like at least for me, like given like let's say the Hispanic culture, right?
It's predominant out there.
Very.
Yeah.
So there's always like not bad blood off the rip just because we're Hispanic, but there's always like a little tension there already. So like once they find out you're from Houston, it just like becomes like a whole different like energy from them, and they want to like kind of like press you and shit. I hate that. Like I hate that, bro. And I'm always gonna stand my ground. Like that's why I got into an altercation out there because I'm just like, dude, I'm not finna take this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not from San Antonio, nigga. I'm from Houston. Like we don't put up with that shit out there.
What's
So.
up, cuz?
Yeah, straight up, bro. Like that's what it is. Like dude was like throwing up like all these gang signs. He's like, I'm from like West Side essays and this and that. I said, man, nigga, I don't give a fuck where you from, nigga. Like I could care less, bro. Like
I mean, you just bringing up the last podcast that I saw with Phoenix. Just how you get jumped.
nah, but the thing is, bro. Luckily, I was out there with my coworker and his friends.
Okay.
And they're all built like fucking football players, bro.
Oh,
They're
for real?
big boys. So it was two dudes that was talking shit, and
So you like have people
fought-
at my back, like
yeah, I fought one like square up 1-on-1, and they ended up jumping the other one actually. Yeah, so
it worked out in the end.
it worked out in the end.
Yeah.
But that was so
For
fucked
you,
up what happened to
not for
Phoenix
them.
though.
Yeah,
I was so fucked up. That shit pissed me off. Cause you was with us that night, right?
Wait, was I with you?
Yes, bro. It was a night that we went to Bottle Blondes and Lincoln.
Wait, is that what took them so long to get home?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
That was that night?
It was that night.
Bruh, I feel bad now.
Yes, that's how I felt, bro. I was pissed.
Wait, that was like 3-4 weeks ago.
Yes. It was a night right after the photo shoot, dude.
See, I'm not gonna lie. I know I can't. Really, I avoid fights.
Yeah.
Not the I'm scared or anything of them, but if I get in a fight, that just there's a chance there's either someone's gonna get arrested. You know, there's a police involved. Something's gonna go on a record. Something could go happen. Someone could get hurt. So then that's just gonna delay my entry to the military even longer.
For sure.
Or just they might just cancel and say I can't join the military.
Yeah.
So I have to like watch what I do, even just speeding tickets and shit like that. I can't get in trouble at all. But man, I've been itching for a fight.
Yeah.
I really wish I was there. Man, that whole situation would have went completely differently.
Bro, yes, that's exactly what I told like Phoenix. I was like, it's funny because he was like, man, if you and Tyler, he's like, I don't know about Damien. He's like, I don't think Damien would have done anything. I was like, nah, he probably wouldn't have. So. But nah, I was like, it definitely would have been different. I said, dude, even if let's just say like it still would have been an unfair number on our end, like we would have had the odds stacked against us. I still feel like we would have still put up a good fight. Oh, and like I told Phoenix, like even if it was just me and him, like I still wish I was there, and I don't say that with in a like an aura of like, oh, I would have fucked everyone up. No, like if my brother's getting jumped, I'm at least go down swinging with him.
We're this together.
Yeah, we're going down swinging together. Like I'm not finna let you get rocked all alone. Like that's so corny. But that situation was so fucked up, bro.
You know, like you know me. I know something. I know a little bit of something. Like I train a little bit. I could have definitely did something. I could have definitely. Turned that situation around. Damn, I feel so bad.
I did too, bro. That night. I thought he was bullshitting. And like when I first woke up, I didn't see his face. I was just looking at him from the side because I was already leaving to work. Mm-hmm. I was late that day, and he had came down the stairs, and I was looking at him from like this side of his face. Yeah. And he's like, bro, I got jumped yesterday. I was like, nah, hell nah, you bullshitting. I was like, no, you didn't. And he looks at me and he has this big old scar right here. And I'm like, oh shit. I said, what happened, bro? I was like, you didn't get jumped though. And then he shows me his elbow, his knee, and he shows me his fucking crew necks all ripped up. I'm like, oh shit. I was all like, damn, you ain't bullshitting. He's like, nah.
I remember falling asleep on the couch and like 10.
Did you get my wings out the oven, by the way?
I didn't. Yeah, I actually did.
You did, right?
I noticed you never came back down, so I turned your oven off and I put them on the thing. Yeah. That's when I forgot what I did, but like I took a small nap and I woke up and the wings weren't done. Yeah. But you didn't come back out, and so I was like, it's a little suspicious. And so I was like,
the fuck out.
I know you did. That's why I was like, if this oven's on, something might catch fire. Yeah. So I literally, I took him out the oven, I turned the oven off, and then I think that's when I left.
Bro, I woke up in the morning. And the very first thing, like when I was on my bed, is like, I woke up and I got up and I was just like, okay, fuck. And I ran out to the kitchen, and I see that the pan's on top of the oven, and I'm just like, okay. I was like, all right, good. I didn't burn the house down. I was like, cause bro, I forgot about that shit. I just put it on. It's like I think it was like 15 minutes. And I was like, let me just lay down for a little bit. I'm so tired. And
I noticed you never came out, and that's when I was like, there's been so many times when I've left the oven on overnight. Yeah. My mom freaks out, and she has every right to. But I was like, man, I gotta help him out. Like this man fell asleep. I'm just gonna put him up here just in case.
Bro, I could have burnt the whole fucking house down. Fuck.
Hey, I got you, man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hey, nah, but
damn, I feel bad because like the entire time I was like, man, it's taking them a long time to get back. Like,
dude, he said he was trying to turn the car on for like 40 minutes or some shit. Damn. Like someone else's car that he didn't even know whose it was.
Wait, how much time we have left?
Oh, so I got like a different setting on my thing, mm-hmm. so we can go a little bit past what we normally talk.
Okay. Well,
so you're good.
Well, how long has it been so far?
Around like 35 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're good.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, you're talking about you had a pure reason then a selfish reason.
Yeah.
Joining, or why you made your sacrifices.
Yeah.
Man, so like, I want to think of pure reasons, and I say that because like most of the reasons I have for joining the military are kind of selfish. Yeah. And like I wish I could say I'm doing it for my country. I want to serve. I want to give up my freedom for others. And although that is true, like that wasn't what made me want to join the military.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that though.
Yeah, and like I have a couple friends who tell me that, and it's definitely good to hear that because for a while, I do think of myself as selfish because of that reason. Yeah. But so the reasons I'm joining the military, for the main reason, I've always been interested in the military because I've had family, I've had friends, kind of always been around it. It's something I've always wanted to do, and I know I'm capable of performing at a high level, like of being an operator, whether it is pararescue, whether it's TACP, whether it's something else like in the military job, like I know I'm capable of more than just a regular grunt. And so I know like this is going to help me bring the best out of me. And so besides that, it's going to help me finish school. You know, I can finish it while I'm in the military, or I can use my Hazelwood Act or GI Bill outside of the military and help me finish school then. And a third reason is I want to travel.
There you go.
And traveling's hella expensive.
Yeah.
Hella expensive. But
Yeah.
like I want to travel the world. I don't know if I'll get the opportunity to, but I want to experience different cultures. You know, I want to. I think living in America, your idea of what the world is very diluted.
Yes.
And I want to experience, you know, what the world actually is, not just what we think it is.
There you go.
If that makes sense.
No, hell yeah. And I'll give you a perfect example of that is my older brother. He works for United, so he's able to travel constantly.
Yeah.
He went to Guam.
Oh, for real?
And yeah, and he said, bro, it's like, and again, when I say this, it's not to be racist, but like, you know, little skinny, small, little black kids in a little town, and he bought pencils, bro. Literally wooden pencils, you know, the number twos.
Yeah.
And those kids were so excited, so thankful, so grateful. Like they piled up. Like he bought a big stack, and they're like all gathered around, like trying to get pencils and shit.
Damn.
Like they live that poor, bro.
Yeah, but like just seeing like when you're that poor and like you said, a pencil literally makes you that happy that someone's giving you that.
Exactly, bro. And to him, he loves traveling because one, like you said, he sees different cultures and how they live, but also certain places that he's gone to is very humbling for him. It brings him back to, okay, let me not forget where I came from and
how grateful you might be.
Yeah, and I love that, bro, because motherfuckers, I remember in school, I'd grab a number two pencil and me and my friends would try to break it with our heads and shit. I swear
All
to
the
God.
time.
Yeah.
Just see if we can do it.
Yeah, and then this would be times where like you'd get to like you break that and then it's like, okay, let me see if I can break half of half. You know what I'm saying? Then it'll get to a point where it's like a little small piece and then you just banging it on your head like an idiot.
And the shit hurts.
And it hurts.
It's actually hard.
Yeah. But it's like, you know, for us, like a number two pencil ain't shit.
No,
you know what I'm saying? We grab it, we fucking throw it around, we do whatever with it. But to them, like that's golden, bro.
They cherish it. Yeah,
yes.
That's like an opportunity for them to kind of express themselves.
Yeah. And to me, bro, I'm like, man, I love that, bro. But see, I'm conscious enough of like seeing shit, like just knowing that there's people out there. So like anytime like that, you know, it comes to me, I won't sit here and lie and say every day, but when it comes to me, I'm always like thankful of like everything I got, bro.
Yeah, and how fortunate I am.
Hell yeah. Cause there's people that came before us that they made hella sacrifices to let us have what we have right now.
My mom, man.
Yeah.
Like so, my parents got divorced when I was real young. I think they divorced when I was 3. It was a horrible divorce, you know, bad marriage. You know, custody battles back and forth. You know, it was a horrible situation.
Yeah.
But my mom, you know, for the longest time, she tried to date, and she would my mom was one of those biker chicks. So she hung out with like the bar crowd, hanging out with the biker guys, all that shit. And one time she brought a guy back to the house. I was maybe 7 or 8, and every time she'd go like to a bar or like go out, you know, go have fun with friends, I would fall asleep in the bed, wait for her. My brother used to do the same thing, and then one day, you know, she came back, and like I was kind of asleep, kind of awake, but I was like kind of listening and everything, and I heard my brother crying, and you know, he's like, "No, I just want my mom. Like I'm tired of my mom not being here," and like he was telling this to her. And then after that day, my mom never dated. Like she never went out. It's like she always made sure we were good. Like she sacrificed like most of her social life. She sacrificed a lot of job opportunities, and she did everything she could to like make sure her children were like great. And I'm always thankful for that. I don't always seem, you know, like I'm grateful. You know, there are a lot of times I do argue with my mom or fight with her, but man, the sacrifices she made in her life allowed me to be here.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Nah, I completely applaud your mom, bro, and I tip my hat to her, bro. Salute to your mom because
3 kids by herself, man.
Yeah, same thing with my mom, bro. Like I always say, when it comes to idols, I never had anyone that I looked up to, right? Mm-hmm. Like there's not one specific person I said, okay, this is my idol right here. But my mom has always been who I look up to now that I'm older as who I want to build my, I guess, character of a parent around her.
Yeah, of course.
Because same thing, like my mom, she divorced with my pops. I'm the youngest of three.
Okay,
She
same.
divorced with him when
I'm the
I was
baby.
2. And so close to yours, yours was
About the
3.
same, yeah.
So yeah, pretty much around the same time. And the thing is, my mom, she didn't date or anything. She focused on just straight working, bro. She was working 2, 3 jobs, and she did that till present day. Never once married, dated, went out or anything. Like, she focused literally all her time and attention and efforts to us. Like, if she wasn't working, she's at home cooking, cleaning,
Yeah.
like this and that, like
And
prepping
the
us.
crazy
So
thing about my mom too is like, so she was like a not not an accountant, not she did finances for like oil companies.
mm,
But the oil company she worked for was a Brazilian oil company and like a Portuguese company.
gotcha.
Doesn't know a lick of Spanish at all. But she, like each company, she went to be one of the top 5 people in the company just from her constant work ethic.
Yeah.
Again, barely spoke Spanish. She'd pick up some words just because she was around it a lot. But like, it wasn't like regardless of the language barrier, she made sure she was gonna work her ass off so she could provide for like me, my brother, and my sister.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's what's up, bro.
Hell
Nah, I
yeah.
salute that, bro. And that's the things, like, it ties into pretty much what we're talking about.
Yeah, sacrifice.
It's just my mom, your mom, they both sacrificed their happiness.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe
because
dreams they had, maybe like a
yeah,
future they wanted to pursue, but they decided they couldn't.
because you got to think about it, bro. Would you be able to be single and come home every day for, let's just say, 20 plus years, to
Live.
just you yourself in one bed? You know, your kids are in their room, but you're coming home to, let's just say, an empty bedroom, day in and day out for 20 plus years.
Because it's lonely, man.
Imagine how lonely that is. But our moms did that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like, those are sacrifices they made so we can be where we're at right now.
absolutely.
And again, I tip my hat off to your mom, bro.
Same to your mom, man.
Like to me, bro, that right there is a certain. Those are certain qualities that I don't think many people, like, in our generation have.
No,
I don't
not.
think many people, if any, could do that, bro. Like,
Yeah, not in this day and age. I think just how society is and like kind of like social media's played a big role in it. But it's super difficult
yeah,
for anybody. Like even I'd say under the age of 30, or under the age of 35. Like it's just not the how society's built around.
for
Like, it's
sure.
super difficult for, like you said, to come home alone. Yeah, like you said, kids are in another room, so you see them for a couple hours.
Yeah,
But other than that, you're alone 20 plus years. Man. That's difficult's an understatement.
yeah.
Like
That's yeah. There's
yeah,
not a word to really
not really, no.
describe like how mentally like draining that could be, bro. Like,
For real.
cause again, you got to think about it, bro. It sounds easy to say it, but until you physically live that, it's like
Because
neither
that's
one of us.
every day.
Yeah, like, we can have like some sort of idea, but unless we're in their shoes, we really don't know how they felt about it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I
saying?
can't empathize with my mom.
Yeah, like, it's crazy, bro. But what would you say is one of the biggest sacrifices you've made in your life thus far? I know we all got a bunch of sacrifices we're still gonna have to make, but thus far, what would you say is one of your biggest ones?
So one of my biggest ones is actually going into a fitness lifestyle. And the reason I
Okay.
say that, the only reason it is such a huge impact for me is because I've had knee surgeries, and I've had both ACLs torn, my meniscus torn. And I've had quite a few surgeries, quite a few broken bones. Like my doctor would tell me that like if I don't keep a consistent like a regimen,
Mm-hmm.
that by the time I'm 30, 35, like I'm gonna be on a walker, on a cane, or and then after that, if I don't take care of myself even longer than that, then by 40, 45, who knows, I might be in a wheelchair.
Damn.
Yeah, just because like how badly beat up my body is. But yeah, at the same time, like right now, I'm in the best shape of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because I've been consistently working at it, and so the biggest sacrifice, I guess I didn't really say that, but my social life, because it's
Mm.
so hard to work out, get the proper nutrition, sleep, work, and then have a social life as well. It's so difficult because the social life kind of like goes opposite with the working out and nutrition.
Yes.
People are always drinking, people are always eating bad food.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sleeping, so there's the sleep in it. I'm not getting enough sleep that I need to actually recover, or maybe my body recovered, but mentally I'm not there because mentally I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
So really, it's just like sacrificing that social life. And it's been so back in high school is when I tore my ACLs, but it's really since then that like my social life definitely went down a lot. Like I stopped going out a lot. I kind of just really started focusing like on myself more than anything else for a while.
That's good, bro. That's good. I think. What were you gonna ask?
No, I was just gonna flip the question on you. I was gonna say, what was your biggest sacrifice?
I'll tell you right now, but I got a question for you actually.
Okay.
Do you feel like any of like your past surgeries are gonna affect you moving forward in the military? Because I know, like, you've obviously been training and going through workouts, but doing it in real life is a lot more different. You know what I'm saying?
So ironically, with my ACLs, they're stronger than they were before.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I don't think that would affect me too much. Um, of course, anything can happen. Your body, anybody's body is just at the snap of a moment, something could go wrong and you get an injury.
Yeah.
So I can't have that in the back of my mind saying, oh, this might happen if I go forward. Like, honestly, fuck whatever happens.
Yeah.
Like, I can't live with that fear. I can't live with that kind of holding me back of like, that's why I didn't live my life to the fullest, because I was scared this is going to happen.
I love that. That's what's up. No, I love that. But to answer your question though, man, I think one of my biggest sacrifices, which I feel like for most people it gets kind of like shadowed whenever I tell them, but I dropped out of school my sophomore year,
Okay.
and it was a sacrifice I made so I can start working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a baby coming.
Okay, so
And
that's when your ex was pregnant with Priscilla.
yeah.
Okay.
So I dropped out, and technically we both dropped out, but I did it because I want to start working.
Yeah.
So I worked, no cap, at one point, 3 jobs.
Damn, for real?
3 jobs at once, and I was sleeping a total weekly, bro. So unfucking healthy, but probably like a little over 20 hours weekly, bro.
Yeah, weekly.
Weekly. So you're talking about like maybe just a like couple
3,
hours
4 hours a night.
a night, not shit. And I did that for almost a whole year.
Damn, you did it that long?
Hmm
Damn.
I
Well, yeah,
did it
applaud you for
because I wanted to save up enough money to whenever my daughter was born,
that.
I could enjoy that first year with her.
Yeah.
So I lost so much sleep. I had no social life for jack shit.
I was about to say.
And I want to say it kind of fucked up my relationship too. Like,
I'd expect so, just because like you didn't have time for the relationship.
yeah, at all, really. And fucked up my relationship in so many different ways, like the communication, the sex life. Like, it fucked up so much shit.
Yeah.
During that time period. Then I think the first year of us together, like with the baby, because I was finally home, I think it was like more for the baby.
Yeah.
Like, we were still together, but it was more for the baby. And then when year 2 came around, that's when like shit was just like bumping heads, and then we
constantly.
eventually just like split after that. But I said it's my biggest sacrifice, bro, because it's so overshadowed because I didn't finish high school.
Okay.
And I never went back and got my GED, which I can, but I didn't, and I still haven't. And that's something that it always lingers.
Is that something you plan to do?
If I do it, I want to do it because I want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to go back and get my GED because everyone else tells me, bro, you need to get it. You need to get it.
Yeah.
So a part of me, I'm not gonna lie, not that it's pride or ego, but in a sense, it kind of feels that way because everyone tells me, bro, go get it. Like, they were just telling me literally like not even that long, probably like a week or two ago, bro, go get your GED like this. And it's like, I know I can.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like I was telling this new cat that just started working with us. I told him, like, bro, I get you. Like, I'm always open to advice and shit. And I was like, and I hear you out. My thing is, the way society is nowadays with technology and shit, there's motherfuckers in high school, 17, 18, that are investing money into stocks and all these NFTs and all this shit and making hella money.
Yeah.
With not even having worked one day
Almost
physical.
making 6 figures, and they're not even in high school.
Yeah. And that's so fucking crazy. Look at all these little TikTokers, YouTube. Like, there's just so many different ways to make money
So
nowadays.
even you, like you just said, you don't have a GED, but You're about to become a regional manager.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it's just like, at the end of the day, if I go get my GD, it's not because I plan to do something with it. It's because I finally came to my senses like, okay, this is something I want to do for me, just to say that I made this accomplishment.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? Like,
yourself.
I finally accomplished this. Even if I do it when I'm in my 30s, I still want to be able to walk away saying, like, I did this. If I don't do it, I'm not going to trip, though. But
Yeah.
it is something that lingers in the back of my head, like, from time to time. But I know that if we're the reason I say it's a sacrifice is because it can affect most people
Yeah.
when it
Yeah,
comes to
yeah.
jobs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Nah,
Yeah, you
but
know,
when
voice
it
crack.
but when it comes to jobs, like if you don't have a high school diploma or GED, like fuck, are you gonna work at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well
But I
nowadays,
learned
like,
you just fucking lie, bro. Hey, anyone watching, just lie. I swear to God, I did that at
it
every job.
works. It works. It
They're
really
not gonna be
does.
like, hey, let me see your high school diploma. Who the fuck is gonna ask you for a high school diploma?
If that's against your moral compass, then you should have to look. But
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta lie.
Yeah, no, dead ass, bro. That's what I've done. I swear to God. And you know what's another crazy fact? I've never once to this day done a job interview. And I've worked at so many jobs before.
Every job I've done a job interview. How have you not had a job interview?
I've always got in at whatever job I've been to through word of mouth.
Oh
Like
shit.
someone will be like, hey, he's a good worker, this and that.
Yeah, how
And
you on the spot?
they hire me right then and there. I don't even go in for an interview. They just get my info and shit, and then that's it.
So one of my first jobs was at a gym. It's a little small company, a little Fitness 19. But at that time, me and my best friends, we worked there all the time.
Yeah.
We worked out there all the time. My bad. And my best friend knew like the manager, and
Okay.
they're talking about they weren't hiring, so I went and applied, and he was like, "Yeah, just show up here for this time for an interview." I was like, "Okay." So me and my friend had a great idea. We worked out the hour before, and then we like after I got it working out, the manager's like, "Hey, you ready?" I'm like, "Yeah." And again, I've never done a job interview before this.
Yeah.
And so we sit down. He lets my friend sit down with me. He starts asking me questions, going back and forth. And my friend is basically doing the interview for me. And my friend
No
Austin,
shit.
yeah, he'd ask me a question like, "Hey, so what are a lot of your strengths?" I was like, I'm smart. And then my friend's like, "Hey, aren't you very hardworking? Like, don't you have a great work ethic?" And
Yeah.
just going back and forth. And he's answering all the questions. I got the job still, but
No, I take it back, bro. I've never mentioned this one, but I've actually have had a job interview.
okay.
I want to say, bro, like 13, 14 at the time.
Wait,
There's
how?
There was a McDonald's that had just opened up. For anyone watching, all my Tomball folks, the McDonald's off of 249 in North Point, it was brand new. It had literally just opened. So obviously they're hiring whoever. So I was younger, but the way I dressed and shit back then, I seemed older, I guess.
Yeah, at least like
So
16, 17.
yeah, so I walked in there, and I was like, hey, I wanted to get a job, and I was literally fucking with them because I was with some homeboys.
Okay.
I was like, I'm ready for a job interview, and they're like, okay, we'll just fill out this application. And I was like, okay, I'll fill it out. I was like, but can I get an interview today? They're like, yeah. Sat down with a manager right then and there, bro. Excuse me. He asked me questions, and I answered maybe like 3 or 4, and it wasn't to the point where he asked me, how old are you? And I was like, oh, I'm 16. He's like, oh, well, he asked me, I think, for like a permit or something like ID.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't have one. He's like, well, then you can't work here. And I was like, man, but I'm old enough, though. He's like, man. So it was just like me fucking around.
Yeah.
So it was my only taste I've had of an interview.
Like a fake interview.
Yeah.
You could have had.
I was like 13, though.
So,
I won't count it, but.
Right? Yeah. It wasn't official. Like,
It wasn't official. Because I didn't get the job.
It doesn't have to be serious. Give me something small. What's a recent sacrifice you've had?
A recent one?
Recent.
I have recently sacrificed going out.
Okay.
I sacrificed going out recently to avoid drinking and eating bad. Because now that I've been back from San Antonio,
You said you gained some weight, so you're trying to lose
so
it?
I'm trying to lose my weight. Yeah, so I have to this day, I started January 17th, so closing in on a month now.
Yeah.
I've actually lost 7 pounds so far.
Hey, good.
So, yeah, I appreciate that. I've been eating a lot healthier.
Do you have a goal in mind, or are you kind of
yeah.
just... what's
My
your
goal is 175, but my ultimate goal, like dream goal, would be 165.
Hey,
But like
right here.
where I'm at, like comfortable, like walking around daily, is 175. Like
Okay.
that's where I feel like I look my best. Because when I'm at 165 or anything like near that, I'm too skinny,
Yeah.
and I don't feel like I look good too skinny. So
You don't
at
feel healthy.
175, and then from there I want to start like lifting, like for real lifting.
So what are you at right now?
I'm at I was at 189. I'm at like one. I weighed myself Sunday. I want to say I was at 182.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, do you have like a time frame where you kind of just like until I get there consistently, like little by little?
I take it a day at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, I take it a day at a time because I don't want to have a set goal and then I don't hit it and then it kind of like discourages
Fucks
me.
you mentally.
I am a very like shit like that does. I try not letting it, but it does discourage me at times.
Yeah.
So I
But you're
just take
aware of
it.
it. That's a
Yeah,
good thing. Yeah.
yeah. So that's why I know myself. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. What works for me is just taking it a day at a time. So I don't weigh myself every day. I weigh myself every Sunday. So weekly because every day to day, I feel like my weight fluctuates like most people's do.
Yeah.
So I weigh myself every Sunday as soon as I wake up in the morning. I take my morning shit and then I weigh myself. Gotta take that shit out
It
first.
drops a couple pounds. You know what I mean?
That ass.
That's about-
It makes it makes like a half-pound difference. No cap.
No.
I've tested it, bro, for real.
No, I believe you. Same.
Yeah.
Same. When I used to weigh myself all the time.
Yeah,
Uh,
but nah, that's the most recent one would be that, and then I actually and smoking or
Like
vaping.
vaping?
So I tried at the beginning of the year to
Shit.
stop, and I did for like 2-3 days, and then I couldn't take the pressure, so um yeah, I bought cigarettes, and I was like, fuck it, let me at least smoke
cigarettes
something.
of all things.
Yeah, and so I started smoking cigarettes, and then I was like, why am I smoking cigarettes? Like, that shit just doesn't taste good, whatever. So I bought myself like a disposable like yours.
Yeah.
And I just
habit. It's a
limited
real bad
myself.
habit.
Yeah, I just limited myself though. Only in the car, driving.
Okay. I get that.
Because that's when I like hit it the most anyways.
Same. When I'm driving.
So, yeah, so I hit it in there and actually ran out of my juice. So, I'm talking recent. I ran out Thursday of
Okay.
this past week. So all
Just a
day,
few days
all day
ago.
Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. So 3 full days,
I'm
and
not
then
trying
today,
to tempt you either. My bad, man.
and today would after today would make my 4th day. So that's how long I've been with no nicotine in my system.
That's good.
So that's my
good.
most recent sacrifice is that, and it's a big accomplishment for me, bro. And I haven't craved it like I did the first go round,
Mhm.
which is crazy.
So does it bother you? Like, I have mine here. Does it bother you when people around you do it?
No, I think I only get tempted whenever I'm drinking.
Okay.
That's when I really like crave it.
When your mind kind of has like that, like
Reminiscing, like
reminiscent. I'm trying to find that word. When you drink, you're intoxicated. Your decision making goes down.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So that's all. Again, I sacrifice not going out because I know myself. I know I like to drink a lot.
I know we
I know I
too.
like to eat, and I like to smoke. So I was like, why put myself in that position?
And we got
So-
that trifecta. It just don't end well. Know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah,
So
those.
for me, my most recent sacrifice, we kind of already touched on it, but sex life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, like you said, like, I could do one night stands, man. It's hard for me because I don't have to be emotionally attached. For me, it's more like if I'm mentally like stimulated, like if I find you like if you're smart, you're intelligent, you're witty,
Yeah.
and like that's how you're attractive to me, then I could definitely do it. But like if I have a friend like and she's into me, I'm into her, and I respect her, that's the worst. Because I respect her, I can't just fuck her and like not be with her, not see her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because like that's just me disrespecting. That's me basically saying like I don't really care that much about you. Like sex ain't that serious. Sometimes sex is just sex. But like there's too many complications for me.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
And
sure.
so I'm willing to sacrifice that now because to me there's so many more things that are more important than just having sex. Or than whenever I'm horny or whenever I'm trying to get my dick wet. Like there's so many more important things.
There really is.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm like, I don't give a fuck about like messing around anymore with like
Yeah.
like females, because to me it's just like I've always said it, bro. It's a temporary pleasure in that moment.
That's all it is.
But like once I bust my nut, like I kid you not, bro.
Bro,
I
I'm-
want the female to get the
Bro,
fuck
I'm
out my
talking
house,
a
bro.
split second change. And
Yeah.
I don't know if women have this or not. But yeah, right when you bust that nut, bro, your whole mindset's just like, why the fuck am I here?
Yeah, like I'm like, man, I'm like, get out, bro. Like no cap, and I kid you not, because every times where like I won't do anything with a female for a minute, and then it's like I try not to like masturbate as often and shit. You know what I'm saying? But then as soon as I do, it's like, oh fuck, like I'm in the mood. I'm horny as fuck, right?
The nephew nut.
And it's like as soon as I nut, it's just like, all right, bro. I was tripping. Like I was about to
You
hit
start
up all
having,
these
yeah, you start
bitches
having
and shit.
guilt.
Yeah, it's like I was gonna hit up all these toxic ass hoes for a quick nut. Nah, I'm chilling now. Like
You got the Astroglide. That's all you need. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
dead ass, bro. But I feel you though. It's gonna be tough for you though when you're in the military though, huh? Because there's not a lot of females like that.
Nah.
And with dudes. Well, I hope you don't turn out gay. So.
Well, so in the Air Force, there's. Bro, I'm just gonna celibate. Fuck it. Nah, but no, the Air Force, there's girls, but so you can actually get in trouble for fraternizing.
Okay.
So I could get a dishonorable discharge if I'm caught, fucking a girl in the Air Force.
No shit.
Yeah, not if I'm off the base, that doesn't matter. But like someone else is in the Air Force and someone catches us, yeah, absolutely, I can get in trouble and get a dishonorable discharge.
Damn. That's
so
fucked.
it's gonna be difficult.
That's fucked.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of like cases of women in the military that
taken advantage of. Or
yeah,
raped.
yeah, that's fucked up.
I hear a lot of that in the Army more than anything.
Sick motherfuckers,
it's sad.
bro.
It is because like
sick motherfuckers.
We talk about this country trying to take care of the veterans, but even just the people who are in the military at the moment, there's a lot of people that get taken advantage of.
Oh yeah,
I hope we get to change that
for sure.
There's one time though I got saved by Damien. I completely forgot I asked him to get a haircut after work.
Yeah,
and this is already like 11 o'clock at night, 11:30. But you know him, he'll still up to like 2 giving me a haircut.
Yeah,
but my one of my coworkers was like, hey. These 2 housewives, they want us to come over after work, and like they're alright. They weren't bad. I mean, yeah, they weren't bad. Like they're cute.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. So after work, come with me. We're gonna go over to the house, smash them, and then we're gonna leave. And I was like, I didn't want to, but I was like, I didn't have an excuse. And then I was cleaning up at work, and Damien called me. He goes, hey, you still coming over? And in my mind, I'm like, thank God. Like,
okay, there you go. Yeah, he saved you.
He really did. I'm like,
saved by the bell.
Yeah, literally saved
That's
by the bell.
That's what's up.
And I don't know what it is, man. Just I don't know.
I feel you though.
Yeah.
But you got any last words for all my folks? This is honestly the first time I've gone this long on a podcast. So I appreciate you. It was it's a really good episode. I actually genuinely love this conversation, honestly.
Same.
So I really feel like sacrifices, in my opinion, is something that bro, again, we've said it multiple times, but it's not going to be easy, but nonetheless, it's something that I feel that most people have to do. And there's a difference between good sacrifices and bad sacrifices. That's something I didn't mention earlier. And I've made some bad sacrifices in the past.
Same, actually. To where I cut off some friends that were actually brought out the best in me.
Yes.
And I, in return, figured out they know that shouldn't have done that.
Yep. No, I've done sacrifices, bro. Sure. I'd say one of my worst sacrifices that I ever made was I was with my baby mama, and she lived, no cap, same neighborhood as my mom, like 10 seconds away from her. Like, it was not on the same street, but the street over, just a few houses down. So it was like right there. And I say all that for a reason. I was with my baby mom for almost 5 years. I lived with her for almost 4.
Damn.
So I didn't see my mom during those 4 years I was living with my baby mama. Probably like once a month.
Even though she was right there.
Once a month. So like in a year, you're talking about like maybe like 10, 12 times in a year, bro, knowing that she's right there. I didn't see my mom or sisters. No one in my mom's family.
And actually,
so when I came back, bro, after we broke up, and I called my mom, mind you, I wasn't talking to her often. All I called her was like, hey, I'm ready to come home. She didn't ask me nothing. Just pulled up, parked, was like, hey, I'm here. I was like, can you help me get my shit? She's like, yep. Came inside, get my stuff, went back home, didn't ask me shit. But it is something that got brought up later, though.
That's how amazing your mom is, though. Literally just didn't talk to you that much, and then right when you needed her, she was there.
She was right there, for sure. That
one bad sacrifice I had is right when I moved first back to Houston. My niece and nephew were born; they're still here, and I had so many opportunities to spend time with them. Yeah, and I would always wouldn't. I'd make up excuses. I want to go do something else, and then a year or two later, I really figured, or it finally clicked with me that how much I affected their lives and how much they looked up to me. And although to me it wasn't that important, to them it was super important. So all those bad sacrifices of times I made of not spending time with them, now I flip it and now I make sacrifices in my schedule so I have time to see them.
That's
Try to
good.
take food with them to school, or I pick them up in the morning, hang out with them when
Yeah.
I can.
No, that's good, bro.
Yeah, but it's one thing real quick before I say, like you said, anything else? Sacrifices are just that. There's something you give up so you can get something better.
Yes.
That's how you have to look at it. And you have to do the math, you have to do the preparation, and you have to try. You can't do a half-hearted sacrifice or half-hearted try anything and expect it to succeed.
For sure. Nah, bro, I love that because in a sense, going back to like what I mentioned about, not seeing my mom that often, it's a sacrifice that in that moment I thought, okay, I was giving up time with my mom and them to fulfill this, I guess, family that I created.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm giving up my immediate family to create this family and build this up. When all that went to shit, it's like, okay, now let me go back to my immediate family. Now, going back to it, I see now what my real family, like my mom and sisters,
Your
like what
actual
they
family,
mean,
exactly,
like
yeah.
what they mean to me, and I will never do that again.
Yeah.
Like I will never ever put another female in front. Like I'd rather sacrifice. Like even thanks for Valentine's. Like today's Valentine's, I've had a girlfriend during Valentine's, but I have a tradition. I take my little girl every year. Since she was 3. I can show you afterwards. Like I have a snap from every year. She's been my Valentine, bro. And even when I had a girlfriend, I told my girl, I was like, hey, I'm sorry. Like I had something planned. I have to push it back because I'm taking my little girl.
Yeah.
Like I sacrificed that special day
That
with my girl
relationship, yeah.
for my little girl, which I would do any day. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best option you do.
So
And
again, there's good and bad sacrifices
Yeah.
in life, but
And you're not always gonna see it. Like sometimes you're blinded. Sometimes your mind is kind of covered in a veil, and you're not gonna see that if your sacrifice that you're making in that time is the good or bad one.
yeah,
That's just something you gotta live and figure out.
for sure, for sure. But nah, I appreciate you coming on though, bro.
Thank you for having me again, man.
Nah,
I
and
hope after training I can come back.
oh yeah, bro. Honestly, I tip my hat off to you, bro, because the fact that you're willing to make that sacrifice of going out there and fulfilling that path and that journey in your life, bro. It's not easy. It's tough, and I guarantee it's something that's tough that mentally weighs on you, physically, emotionally, spiritually, like every way, bro. And the fact that you're sacrificing that, giving up, all this time with your family, your mom and them, bro. I salute you.
Appreciate it, man.
So I appreciate you.
But yeah, I'm glad to give it up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad to give my freedom up and my life up for other people.
for sure. So I appreciate you, bro, and I hope all well out there, and I hope to see you soon whenever you're back with your military cut.
Yes, sir. Right, buzz cut.
Buzz cut.
I
Hell
don't become
yeah.
a Damien no more.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hell yeah. No, I appreciate you, bro.
It's been a pleasure,
For real.
man.
Oh yeah.